All right, this video is just to show how I've got the UBLOX Neo M8N GPS unit connected to my PC as well as to the oscilloscope so that I can run the UBLOX U-Center software as well as GNSS viewer software on my PC. So here we have the GPS unit. This is just the USB port connected to the PC. It's powering the device as well as carrying data so that we can view it on the U-Center software and configure it. This is the antenna, and then the black wire here is the ground pin from the GPS. Green wire is the TX, UART TX, so it's sending data out to the RX pin on this red board, which is a Ftdi UART to USB or TTL to USB conversion board, and it's connected by a USB cable directly into the PC as well. That's being used so that we can take the data that's streaming out of the GPS unit and view that on the GNSS viewer. The other wires here, the yellow wire that's coming off and the orange wire are the PPS trace. That's the yellow wire. That's the analog signal out of the GPS unit going to the scope. And then the brown wire, or excuse me, the orange wire is the ground also going to the scope. So these two just come together and go into the scope, into channel 1. And let me just zoom out and we'll take a look here. So yeah, you can see that the GPS is currently outputting a 12 megahertz signal. I've got the U-Center software running on the PC, and there's a couple of areas here that are critical to know about. So it's connecting on COM 8. That's via this cable here. And then let's see, the areas of interest are this GNSS tab, which shows you which satellite networks you can engage. This is showing the connections to all those various satellites. And then down here is the TP5, Time Pulse 5 section. And this is where you can set up the PPS output to different frequencies. This section up here, you can set the frequency and the duty cycle for output when the device is not connected to satellites, so it does not have a satellite fix. It'll use these settings. And then down here are the settings, same thing for the PPS output from the PPS pin. This is the frequency and the duty cycle after the satellites have been acquired. So that's what happens there. There's also a config section, a CFG. Here you'd want to save the current configuration by sending the data using this send button over here to the device. Also go to receiver menu, action, and you can save the configuration. So that's pretty much all of U-Center, the critical areas. And here I'll bring up the other application, which is GNSS viewer. Both of these are free to download. I don't have the links here, but you can just Google those things and find the downloads. And so this is being connected via this USB wire here. And then we're on COM 11 in this particular case. You can see the NMEA data streaming. You get a map of the satellite locations, and you can see the GPS and the GLONASS satellites connected, as well as their, I guess, signal strength. There's also a map that shows kind of the accuracy of the GPS, or the wandering of the GPS coordinates. It's all within a couple of meters with this number of satellites. The antenna that I'm using is a says inexpensive antenna that I got on AliExpress, and it's maybe a couple inches square. It comes with a nice long cable, and I actually have it sitting by a window right here in my office. And here are the specs for that. Oops, excuse me. For that antenna. All right, so this was just to kind of capture my setup for future reference for myself. Thanks for watching.